Hi, welcome to my tutorial. This is first try for me. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest, but I'm going to give it a try. Hope it's easy to follow and easy for you to do. So first, check all your materials. In your kit, you should have a hanger, a head pin, has a little flat part on it, a little tiny bead for each ornament, 3 larger stones and about 10 smaller stones. You may have 1 or 2 extra because something might have slipped in when I wasn't counting. And a little tag, and a ring, of course. So my ring, I accidentally pulled it out of shape a few minutes ago. But these were handmade in my studio by my little helpers. These probably took the longest time of everything to shape and form and solder and texture and clean and make them look as nice as we could for you. And these little tags are also handmade in my studio by me. They have a 20 stamped on it. So sorry, this is not the brightest day. I wanted to do this yesterday and my camera memory was full. And if you saw on my Facebook page, I ended up having to delete like 560,000 items from my computer just to clear up my camera memory. And that was a little shocking. So I didn't get to it yesterday. Alright, the tools that you will need to supply is something to make a round shape. So I got a toothpick. If you have flat nose pliers, that's great. If not, a pair of scissors will work. Yeah, so if you're a kid, you might want to have your mom or dad or big brother or sister around or somebody to help you figure out things if it's a little difficult. All right, first step is to make the center. So start with your pin, here we are, and put the little tiny bead on top. So if I accidentally go off camera, I'm really sorry because I'm new to this sort of stuff. And yeah, someone suggested that I film upside down and then flip my camera, which is a super great idea, except I'm filming on my window ledge. And if I go upside down, I'll be out in the garden. And that just won't work for today. Maybe next time I can figure that out. All right, so then put your 3 stones, beginning with the largest. 1, 2. So I am working with agates. You will either have agates or crystals in your kits. The crystals are the crackly stones, and please be careful with them because they will shatter if you put too much, if you drop them or you yank them too hard on the wire, they might break in half, which is why I put a couple extra in each kit just in case. Okay, once you have that on, take your toothpick and hold it up next to the top of the beads and wrap your wire around it. It should go about 1.5 times around. So be a little pokey, and that's when you take your flat nose pliers to pinch it down. So you can either use the flat nose pliers and you just grab the end of the wire and squeeze, and this will pinch it down. Or you can do it with the scissors, will work too. And you have to kind of get the wire under the scissor blade and push it down against the toothpick. It'll be nice and flat, won't poke out. So here, you'll see it's kind of a little out of shape. You can just pinch those together. And if you really want to get into it, you can try and push the hoop up a little so it's in the center, but if not, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Okay, so set that aside. This is finished. Next, design your ring. So about 8 beads seem to fit on here nicely and give it a good balance of color and artistic value. So just, if you have different colored beads, this is important, and you kind of think about the placement, where they're going to be a little bit, and when it's finished, they might not be in that exact location, but it just gives you an idea of how much space you want between each one. And like here, all these are crystals, and maybe I want to put a couple agates in between. so that it gives it a bit of a better balance of color there. That's a little nicer. Okay, so once you've done that, take your ring and your wire. So this is a copper wire that I prepared, and I cleaned it up, and then I sealed it. So hopefully, you know, these aren't going to get rusty too soon or oxidized too soon, because I've put a sealer over the metal to keep them nice for you. If you see my cat pop into the video, I have a cat watching me do this, and he's been inching closer and closer. He might stick his paw in and see what's going on. Okay, so take your end of wire. So I had already bent this one time, that's why it's all messed up. And if you ever have, like, if you ever work with wire and you get it all bent, you can just use some pliers to straighten it out again and get out any kinks. Beads don't like kinks, and neither do I. There. Alright, so take about, I don't know, 2 centimeters is that? So at the top there might be a little knob. That's where we soldered the wire. And this was a learning experience for my studio helper. He's 15 years old, and I've been teaching him all these little things about how to solder and put jewelry together. So he did all the soldering for me, and some of the gobs got a little big. Sorry about that. It's a truly handmade, homemade ornament. So hold the wire on and just wrap it around a couple times at the top to hold it in place. There you go. And like before, use your scissors or your pliers to pinch that end down so it doesn't poke out and poke you and look ugly. I know most of you will probably have scissors, so sorry, I should have probably done it with scissors there. I'll finish it off with scissors. Okay, so now the first bead I put kind of on the side, so I'm going to give it a little twist here and then stick the bead on. Slide the bead onto the end of your wire. Dun, 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 dun. Next to the, oh, I hope this video goes online because I've got music in the background. Sometimes they don't like that and they ban my video, and that would be so sad. So I'll turn off the music and hope it's okay. Okay, so now for me, I give it about 2 more turns on the ring and then stick the next bead on. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way around the ring till I get to the top. Alrighty then, here we are, we got to the top. So I've left a little space because I'm going to hang the centerpiece here, and I wanted a little space here and not put another bead. So after you finish, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on there, and I might add a couple more on my second turn around or not, I don't know. And if you have leftover beads, you can do whatever you want with them. Throw them away, or use them for another ornament, or I don't know, make a pair of earrings out of them. Alright, so maybe give it one more wrap. Now we're going to go this way around the ornament to give this a double wire wrap, which kind of gives it a bit of a whimsical, maybe I would say whimsical feel. And I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom, and then I'm going to put the tag, 2020 tag. I like to tag my ornaments, you know, if you collect them or you make them every year, it's kind of fun. When you look back, you can remember what year that was, and this was quite the year to remember. Sheesh, I don't know about you, but I was not expecting 2020 to go the way it did. Right, let's get down. So just maybe once between each bead, one extra wrap, not a lot. You want to make sure your wire reaches all the way to the other side. Okay, let's see here. What am I doing? Okay, I am at the bottom. I'm just going to slip this on. You can put this anywhere you want on your ornament or not if you don't want to have it on there. That's totally fine. Oh, I got it on backwards. That might happen. It's okay. Flip it around or leave it backwards. Maybe one day I'll get little off on a whim logo stamps made. I've been thinking about that, so I can make little stamps and add them to future kits. Okay, so keep going around here all the way to the end, and if you wanted to add another bead somewhere, you know, this is the time to do it. I am okay. I'm not going to add any more. When you get back to the top, oh, here comes the cat. Hi, BB. Hi. Hi, BB. You know, you're kind of in the way and I'm going to have to move you. He loves to be exactly where I'm working. Sorry, kitty, but I need my space. Do you have a pet at home? Or two or three? I'm down to one cat. We used to have three. One ran away. One passed away. She was 20. And BB is actually my daughter's cat, so he's my grandbaby kitty, grandkitty. And when my daughter comes back from New York, or now she's in California, he's going to go move it back home with her, and I'll be down to 0 cats, and we might get a dog. I don't know. All right, so there you go. You've got your ornament on, you've got your tag on, and you've got your beads on and your tag. So the next step is to add the wrapper, the hanger. So to make your hanger, fold it in half to the ends meet, and then just do a simple knot. Wrap it around your finger to make a loop, stick the ends in the loop, and pull it. And kind of pull the knot down towards the end as you're pulling it tight. There you go. That was easy, yeah? Alright, so for the centerpiece, the way I like to do it is you kind of make this end flat like that and stick this into your center. Can you hear the rain? We've had like the most amazing sunny days for like 3 weeks, and then today the rain finally came. It was about time. Earth was getting dry. Okay, so kind of hold it in place if you can. Stick your ring on here. Put the knot end inside the hoop and pull it through. And kind of pull it gently and position your center decoration as you pull it. And there you go. It is ready to wrap up and give as a present to Grandma. Hang on your tree, or, you know, hang it in your room somewhere. Whatever you want to do with it. Well, thanks so much for watching, and if you want to purchase your own kit, there's a link down below for how to get them, or you can go down to a local store and find all your own supplies. I'll put a list of the supplies that you need to make it in the link below. Bye! See you next time!